Good evening, Australia. Welcome to Psychic TV International. It is a Saturday night. Hope you are doing well. It's great to have your company here tonight. I am Michael Dimarco, so I am your guest host tonight. Harry T will be back next week. Hi, Jocelyn. Good to see you there in the thread. I am feeling a lot better. So I did host last week, but I was actually sick and we had to end the show early. So I do apologize for that. But I am well, I am here, and I'm with the amazing, beautiful energy and beautiful soul that is Jacqui Krystal, who's going to be our guest psychic tonight. So at least we do have a guest. We didn't have a guest last week, so they called in sick, and then I was sick, and I was hosting, and then we ended up leading the show early, and it was just one of those nights, you know what I mean? But we're here, nice and cold in Melbourne, definitely. Jocelyn, I think you're the only one there. Is anyone else watching tonight? Well, you and I will just have a conversation with Jacqui. Hi, Veronica. Good to see you as well. A lot of my regulars are jumping on. So if you are, I really hope we're streaming. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you as well. So yes, if you are watching, please do like and share this page and have your questions ready for the beautiful Jacqui Krystal. In your comment, just make sure, like Jocelyn has done, she's liked and shared and then asked her question. So that's how we run tonight. Let's have some fun. Why not? Reagan, good to see you. Veronica, Lisa. I'm assuming production's in the background. I have messaged Anne-Marie, but she went quiet. So anything's possible tonight. I am your lovely host. It was Friday the 13th yesterday. I actually do want to I'm going to talk to Jacqui about this as well. But I want to put it out to the thread. Does anyone believe in superstitions? I want to know what your favorite superstition is. I've got Jackie's dancing in the background there. I can see her on the stage. I've got my superstition that I will reveal to everyone that's come from my Italian childhood background and didn't even realize I kept it alive as an adult. So I'll talk about that. But I want to know, what's your superstition, or do you have one, or do you not believe in them? And what your thoughts on Friday the 13th are. I think it's a very lucky day for me, a very special day. A lot of people obviously through the not just the hype, but the commercialism of everything, that people turn it to be unlucky because that's what you're told to believe. But of course, you know, it all happens for a reason. Andrew, good to see you there as well. All right, well, as much as I love talking about myself and my own voice, I'm actually going to bring on my guest of honor tonight. Please welcome, feels like it's Thursday all over again, Jacqui Krystal.
I'm Michael. How are you?
Good. How are you? Yeah, good to see you again. I mean, it was quite a few weeks ago, but I did have you on you're my first guest for the Thursday show.
So wonderful. I really enjoyed the experience, and I know that other people really found it intriguing. So it's wonderful. It's wonderful to be part of, wonderful to have it. So thank you.
Oh, it was, thank you. So it was a great night. So for those that are wondering, I also host Thursday night at 8:00 where we have a guest psychic on and we talk spirituality, and it's been a few weeks now. I'm trying to do the calculation in my head. I think it's been over a month now. I'm trying to work out how many guests I've had. And it's people are really gaining a lot from it. So we'll definitely have you back on soon because people have been asking for that. And so I know but for those that are potentially, if there are any new people watching us tonight, how do you work who is Jacqui Krystal? I always ask you this, but you know, it's kind of, we have to.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Psychic medium. Basically, I see myself as a channel for anything spiritual, metaphysical. So that means for me a channel of love. It's a channel of like the energy flow. It's a channel of the verbal communications, but also the feelings that can come through. And just allow myself to be whatever vessel is required on the day, on the night, whatever it's going to be. I do find that spirit will be quite varied at times for me. So that means that sometimes I'll go into pet stuff, sometimes I'll go into objects, sometimes I'll go into people. So I let it be what it's going to be, and that's the joy of being a medium, isn't it? Really. So,
100%. Do you do mediumship readings in this kind of format like this? Like, do you prefer them, or do you prefer sort of generalized or different kind of questions in this platform?
All of it. So
all of it.
I think yeah, I'll probably warm up to the mediumship, I reckon. So, but having said that, whatever's meant to happen, like I always just allow it to free flow is what it comes down to. Something big is taking care of all of it. So,
Yeah. I spoke at the start. So, do you have a superstition?
yeah, obviously, when you I went, oh, God, have I? Nothing's coming to mind. The truth of it, I actually feel that it was given such like superstition. The reason I was dancing backstage is because I had superstition running through my head, like very superstitious. You know that song? That's why I was like, oh, that's what
Oh,
made
now
me
that's why you
laugh.
were dancing. I love that you entertain yourself. It's beautiful. So you don't do like the walking under ladder thing, broken mirrors, things like that. Don't bother
Right.
you.
Fine. Like, so it's not actually for like a superstition of a day. You know, I'll go, oh, that's a good sign versus that's a day that something's going to present necessarily, or that I have to be cautious within, or go lucky with. You know, I tend to go Friday the 13th more lucky than unlucky. Some part of me just goes, oh, I'd be celebrated somehow, but I haven't cast my mind so much to any rigid superstitions. Um, you know, at this point in my evolution, when I was young, I probably more. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because when I
How-
was young, yeah, of course, when I was young, growing up in an Italian household, and look, it's not just an Italian thing. Like, I thought it was being at a young age, being grown up in a European background and stuff like that. But I was told by my nonna to never put new shoes on a table because that's bad luck. And it's funny, and I think in general, shoes really shouldn't go on a table. I mean, just as a general rule of thumb. But it's so funny that I still do that, even if they're not new. Like just in general, like if I see shoes on a table, I freak out. It's really strange.
I appreciate that. Like, you know, if you're doing something and you have that belief that's adopted, like it's hard to change a belief unless you choose to automatically. But a lot of us are on, conditioned patterns that we don't even
Yeah,
realize. But the fact you've identified it and that it's got a placement for it. Cool. Yeah.
yeah, no, 100%, 100%. So thank you to everyone. It is people saying it is bad luck. I thought it was, but it's
It's a
too like
bad one.
we. But the thing is, and you probably would agree on somewhat with me on this, is that like anything, if we like it's like manifestation. If we put it out there, if we say it's going to be that, then so it be. So, for example, if I say bad shoe and putting new shoes on a table is going to be bad luck, then I'm going to get bad luck because I've attracted it. I've said it, and I
It's
think that's
exactly
what
what
I
it
love.
is.
Yeah, and that's what I love about superstitions is that they're only bad because you're making it so you're giving it that energy.
Yeah. For moonstone, like I love to do work with this moonstone. So I guess part of me, at some level, it's traveled with me for probably 25 years doing this line of work. So I guess at some level I can go, hey, that's my belief. That's my superstition per se, is that if I wear it, it'll be good luck, it'll be in flow, whatever. But I'm also not attached to it, and I think that's why I don't see it as a superstition. I think superstitions for me are something that you can get a little bit like attached to or have a very strong
Right.
opinion of in a
Yeah.
belief system. But that's just my interpretation. Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
Perfect.
would I avoid walking under a ladder if it had a can of paint on it? Definitely. Yeah.
That would be bad luck if it
um,
fell. Um,
very bad.
Thank you to everyone that is liking and sharing. Please do that. We'll get into some questions now for the beautiful Jacqui Krystal. But before we do, psychictvinternational.com, you can find the Amazing Grace available on pin 9888, and Natalie Norm Baker on pin 9810, and Sandy Stargaze available on 9141 to take your call right now. Of course, we are doing mini tidbit readings here tonight. If you would like a free reading with Jacqui tonight, like and share this page, and in your comments say that you have liked and shared with your question, just like Jocelyn has done. Did it come up? Yep. Do you see me moving abroad with my husband for his work, please? What do you see for us
Okay.
as I'm feeling overwhelmed, thinking about my 5-year-old and my work as a career
Mm.
too?
So I understand that. I actually feel like there's something about your husband going, like, I feel like he's going to go and that you're going to have like a program in play. They're talking to me about 2 years actually around this. So say for example his opportunity came earlier. I actually feel like there's going to be like a negotiation that will happen with this. That like Joffrey will be like, I am like, I'll stay here for a certain period. We'll come across when we do, and then we can make decisions then. It doesn't feel like I'm going, even though I know that it would make sense for you to go, no, I'm going where my husband goes. I feel like this could be an opportunity for him to, it's either him going back and forth or you, actually it's both. They just said to me it's both, going between two places. He does also have something to do with US associations coming in, and I know that that's not necessarily the place that that he might be looking to get like going overseas now. But when the US contract comes in, I'm being shown that there's going to be massive movement for him. So I don't know exactly what he's doing. I keep on feeling something to do with, I think it's his engineer's mind. But I feel like there's something, I haven't completeness of it, but it's something to do with, I get metal stuff, systems, engineering kind of stuff come in. But they showed me that was the US area. So I'm not sure if it's translatable at this point, but I have a feeling something's going to make sense around that. So don't be too worried about having to uproot just yet. I actually feel there's going to be solutions that will be offered in between. And I do feel September is going to be significant around this. I actually don't know if it's going to be 2025, but there are some negotiations that are going to be coming in September within the next few years. Okay, so I'm with it, Jocelyn. It'll be a great adventure either way, and it's highly achievable. I just feel sometimes we panic when we get a little bit too far ahead. Do we have to do it this way? When it's like plan A versus plan C, C, D, E is actually around, so it allows for the freedom of that. So thank you so much, Jocelyn. I appreciate it.
Perfect. Thank you so much. We are having some audio problems on your end, Jacqui. It is a bit. I've tried to play around with your mic settings in the background to try and make you louder. We can hear you. It just it's a bit muffled and kind of cuts in and out at times. I'm not sure if you have another option
for that.
Headphones technically should work.
Yeah. I'm going to, can you just hold the thought for a moment while I quickly see if I can find something alternative for my ears?
Yeah, if you can, that'd be great.
Yeah, bear with me.
Okay. We'll have Jacqui back on in a second. We're just having some technical difficulties. We are trying to try without earplugs. Yeah, we are going to try and fix the audio issue so we can continue on with the readings tonight. We may go a few minutes over just to make up for lost time. So we'll just play some elevated music in the meantime. How am I feeling? I'm feeling good, Jen. I think, Jocelyn, I think I did see you did actually say that your superstition, why isn't it showing when I hit show? Now I can't show your question, Jocelyn. Oh, okay. Now I'm having tech issues. Production. If I hit show, it doesn't actually show on the screen. Why is that? It's going to be one of those nights, guys. Just bear with me. I can't bring up the question on screen. Anyway, Jocelyn's... Oh, no, there it is. Did production do that or did I? Jocelyn's superstition is I believe about put salt in my pocket when I go out at night. Oh, interesting. So what is the salt... What's the reason behind that? And you put matches in your pocket if you go out at night as well. You must have heavy pockets when you go for a walk at night. Can you imagine if like you get pulled over and it's like salt and matches and it's like, what corners are you calling? So why the matches and why the salt? I would love to know. That's so interesting. For those that are jumping on, give us some time. We're just getting some audio. Cherie's late tonight. That's okay. We do have Jacqui on. We're just having some audio issues at the moment, so she's just trying to find an alternative solution. So she'll be back very soon. I'll continue on with the questions. So do keep them coming in because we'll try and get to them. We'll probably go about 5-10 minutes over just to make up for the lost time as well tonight. So that's happening. Your presenter is I'm the presenter technically. Yeah, I know I'm not having Barbara. Yeah, I know I'm not. Well, maybe I am having tech issues. Do I have issues? Um, but yes, Jackie was having some audio issues, so we're just trying to fix that in the background at the moment. So she'll be back very soon. But if you would like a reading tonight, you need to like and share this page and say that you have with your question. Jocelyn's got some feedback there. We'll give that to Jackie when she gets back. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Gayleen. Um, how was last night? I missed you, Lisa. Oh, last night was good. I was live last night and just walked in the door. Um, I did say, what did you say? To keep the bad spirits. Interesting. So, do you just put like salt? So, for those that are wondering, we're just waiting for Jackie to come back. So, I'm just killing some time. Yeah, can you tell? Maybe I'll do some readings. So I asked because yesterday was Friday the 13th, and I asked at the start of the show if anyone had superstitions that they would like to share. Mine was putting new shoes on a table. So I'd love to know what. So Jocelyn, do you just put like actual just salt in your pocket and then what? Just empty it out and wash it afterwards? I have so many questions about that and the matches. It's always good to have some extra light. I think we're going to try and bring Jackie back on in a sec. No, we'll just keep waiting. So yeah, let me know if you have a superstition. I'll just wait for the thumbs up before we bring Jackie back on. So yes, if you have, we got the thumbs up. Hello.
Hi, is that better or worse or the same?
Oh, heaps better. No, heaps louder. Love it. Love it. All right, let's get stuck straight back into it. I'm going to give you some feedback from Jocelyn. So she says, yes, you're spot on. He's an engineer. I will allow myself to relax a bit and not get overwhelmed. Everything you said makes sense, and I'll take your advice. Thank you so much for that.
Thanks, Jocelyn. I appreciate that. Yeah, he's got some amazing contract stuff coming forward.
Perfect. We might need to sort of just not speed through, but obviously just get straight to the point with these questions just to make up lost time. So Veronica has asked, please, can I get a message from my nephew? It's his anniversary next month.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry, Veronica. Okay. I get a visual that comes in. I'm hoping this is your nephew. I get a slim build person, and it's really interesting because there's this voice that I feel everyone feels around him. Like this, like when he talks to me, like almost talks with the laughter in his eyes. Okay, so there's something about this person who's presented. Now, whether he's your nephew directly or whether he's talking about your nephew, I feel like what they're saying is that there was something to do. I almost can't breathe. There was this is quite it's like something like a shock or a suddenness around his passing state. Like it's almost like the feeling of I thought we had more sudden than that. See what it's saying? And I'm also feeling like 1, 2, 3, and I don't know what that means. Like 3 other people potentially around him. I'm passing. He's talking about the fact that he gives you flowers, and I think it's a really weird thing, right? Because he's talking about flowers that you're going to be noticing. Not that someone's going to give you a bunch, but he's giving you flowers like being noticed in nature. He's going straight outside of a door, and he's showing me what looks like a business or something. It's very open flowered, and it comes in 2 colors, he says. But the light bright one is for you. I think this is a yellow. Could be wrong with this, but that's what he's saying. Just to say something with that. Also, someone's birthday and he'll lie, and he's sending love to them as well and the family. And I just feel like he's constantly like looking over everyone. So there was a quiet inquisitiveness around him. But it's not that he couldn't be loud, but he's saying I'm still quietly inquisitive. That's what he's saying. Okay, so yeah, Veronica, again, love to the family. It's I feel like he's there, like constantly integrated into the family.
Beautiful. I love that. So going back to the superstition one, and this is actually quite an interesting one because I heard about this one. Cherie has said, my son's partner's family believe if you whistle at night, it'll bring your spirits to your home. Never heard of that one. That's an interesting one, whistling at night. And I've actually heard it a few times. Apparently, it brings spirits, and it can bring, obviously, sometimes the wrong energy as well. Yeah, so strange. Andrew has asked, one of our regulars, Andrew has asked, my guides told me about Cupid's arrow. And I liked it. My guides told me about Cupid's arrow. Does that mean that love is coming for me soon?
Oh, lovely. You know, your guides will always speak in the language that's right for you and understanding. So if your heart says, hey, love's coming soon because that's what I've been given by my guide, then there's a high possibility that's exactly what they're saying. And when we keep it arrow to me, symbolically, like if I was to have that delivered to me, would mean that love is definitely on its way. So I would trust that. And if you are like speaking it, it will probably take a little bit longer. So it is more about like just letting it present itself, Andrew, because I feel sometimes we get really pulled into it's oh, the way it's here, it should be here. It's like that financial flow stuff, and it can limit us when we're like attached to that. So even if your guides are giving you that advice and saying it's on its way, it's an encouragement. Whatever you do, try not to get too attached to that and just go, oh, great, when it comes here, I'll really enjoy it. I'll keep on getting on with life. Okay. I feel like be prepared is coming, but I also feel like just engage a little bit. That's what I get a little bit too engaged with that. So yeah, good thing. But Andrew, may it come your way and may it come very, very shortly. I feel like there's definitely something brewing around it for you. You've been independent for a while, so it's kind of due for. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. And I think too, it's like we talk a lot about it as well. It's the trusting as well, like to trust that, especially when spirit gives you signs. It's trusting that that's what it is, and not like not confuse it for something else. Like just to be able to trust. I think such an important thing.
Definitely. Yeah, yeah. Trust is very vital. And that's actually a good way of getting detached is just going, okay, I trust it. It'll come when it does, you know. Yeah, attachment can be a little bit of a blocker sometimes and certainly slows things down. It's a little bit driving with your foot on the brake as well as accelerator. Like you're not trusting just accelerator to take you where you need it. And you're, you know, applying that brake all the time. It just makes it a bit
Yeah.
quieter. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that analogy actually. Like driving with your foot on the brake and the accelerator. It's like you're stopping and going. You're
Mm,
stopping. Like it's like, yeah, you're not sort of moving forward. Yeah, I actually just really love that analogy.
fluid. Yeah, it's just not fluid. That's not like trust is with the accelerator only, knowing that the brake is there when you need it. Yeah. We should drive in life.
Um, yeah, definitely, definitely. Everyone's talking about the whistling. Everyone's having their own conversation
Right.
in the thread.
Yeah.
Basically, they're all talking amongst
Awesome.
themselves. I love it. But
Yeah,
apparently,
why not?
they think Lisa thinks the whistling is an Aboriginal thing. That could be interesting. Maybe it's come back.
Yeah.
I actually think I might do some research on that because there's definitely
Mm.
interesting. Yeah, everyone's talking about the whistling at night, which is quite interesting. So there might be something in that as well. Speaking of love, Becca has asked, can I please have a reading about my love life? Will the person I'm in love with finally reveal his true feelings towards me? And what will the outcome be? His name is so attached into my heart. I think about him every day.
Mm. Yeah, Becca, this is one I'm feeling really that love. He's definitely going to take his time in presenting it. It's not that he's devoid of it, but it's almost like he's not believing in the true possibility of it at the moment. And it's also made complex by another person around him with brunette hair, not necessarily having to be an engagement like romantic, but it's made complex by this. So their opinion matters, and or he needs to not finish something because I feel like it's incomplete, but he needs to attend to something around this that will help his self-esteem. Yeah, so a lot of second guessing that goes on in his mind, and but I feel like a very gentle natural Paul. He's a very gentle soul, very kind personality fundamentally, but I think has had a lot to contend with in life as well. So you basically just asked, you know, what's going to happen around the love life? Will he figure it out and come your way? There's a very slow movement with this. Like it's feeling like a trickle on a creek bed versus a rapid flow. So you may be waiting quite a fair while still for this. And again, I know that your heart is saying, like, I really want to engage with this. but you might want to distract yourself a little bit. I don't mean that has to go to another relationship, but distract yourself a little bit from this situation so that you can find a little bit more peace of mind, because you're ruminating on this. It's not the best placement for you. It will make you feel like longing and feeling incomplete at some level, because that's soul searching kind of stuff. So you can minimize that by taking on a creative project, launching yourself in the aspect of that, and that will free it up a little bit more too. Again, another extension of faith and trust in a different way for you. But Becca, I wish you well with this, obviously, and I do believe in the sincerity of your connection for him. Just don't be waiting forever.
Okay. Perfect. I love that. Nita has, this is going with us still talking about the whistling at night. So it's a bit of a theme. So Nita says, yes, it brings in bad spirits. Now, Nita, correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe you are Aboriginal or have an Aboriginal background, or definitely are connected. So the question was, someone said that it was, I think, Aboriginal belief that it brings in bad spirits at night. So yeah, if you know a bit about that, Nita, feel free to share a bit more. I love that that it's come from our own culture. That it's I'm wondering if it's just an Australian thing, or if it's a superstition that goes global. Like, it's just stuff like that fascinates me. I have little things entertain me. I see something shiny and I just go with it. I'm like, I need to know more now. I'm like, yes, I didn't even bring that up. Okay. The production must have done that. I've not even touched anything. I can't even see your comment. Oh, yes, she is. Okay, thank you, production, for doing that. I assume I didn't do it. And Andrew has said covering mirrors is his Jewish ancestors thing. I've heard about the covering a TV as well. I've heard about people put a blanket over the TV so no spirit can come through. Same with the mirrors. So it's... yes, that was production. Okay. I was like, something trippy. I was like, okay, anyway, we're just going with it. Thank you everyone that is tuning in tonight. Welcome to the circus that it is. It's a safe space, that's for sure. With I'm hosting, anything's possible. So I don't know how I keep my job sometimes. But I love what I do, and you love me. So that's what's important. Lisa has asked, would like to know, is things going to run smoothly with the move for her new place?
Well, yeah, Lisa, I feel like it's like this preparation around this already, like mental preparation, and a feeling like when you land, I get a space that I feel I can breathe again in, which is really interesting. So whether that's just because it's been a hard move or whatever it is, I also am feeling there's something about a free around, I don't know, it's 3 rooms, 3 bedrooms potentially. But I feel like I'm going to a place that might be either you're going from an old place to a new place, or new is going to old. My feeling was going from new to old. But I feel more comfortable in this place as well. And I don't feel uncomfortable where you are, but I do feel that it's really difficult. It's homey feel to it, like you've been drawn to it. So I would really trust that. I do feel that everything is smooth here. I'm not getting any sort of roadblocks or anything like that. It just feels like you're meant to be prepared and get ready to go. Yeah. So if you're waiting on something, it's just for a timeliness. That's all. The rest of it is ready to rock and roll. Yeah. So have fun with it. Good luck. Good luck and good news. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. And yeah, definitely. Kathy has asked, this is an interesting one. Mm-hmm. May I please have a mini reading? The other night I was watching TV and then I saw something out of the corner of my eye. It was a small brown feather falling from the roof. There are no windows or doors in that area.
No, I love that. So Kathy, yeah, we can get signs along the way, and we do have, like, people have had things like, wind where there's no doorways, accessing wind and spirit connections. What it is it's a specific thing for you. So sometimes it can be like, I know that someone on the other side, like, that is trying to, like, hi mum, dad, whatever it's going to be, I know I'm making this generalized versus specifics for you, because I just feel, again, that your knowing state knows exactly who and what this actually was about. And again, I do have a male in spirit around you as well. I do feel that, and it's someone, again, deterioration. There is someone around you, I feel, who may have had cancer, who's crossed over. And there's two people you've got around you. I've got another gentleman with a heart condition. So anyway, I've got a couple of people for you, but I do need to just say that you've got to search your own intuitions within this. Go, oh, what was that about? Yeah, I'm actually being shown. There's a lady speaking with me for you who says something about feathers are your destiny. So flight. You've got a flight coming up. So this can also be symbolic something coming forward for you as well. There's something to do with flying. And but part of your destiny is going to be either in spirit work itself and or in travel, because that is what's coming through. A lady stepped in to tell me that for you. Again, utilize that. We've got God-given intuitions ourselves, and we know it. That's why these discussion groups are so fascinating, bring different viewpoints forward, but ultimately we're looking for that confirmation that goes, oh, I knew that already. And so in this situation, the learning has to come in through you going, this is what I know. And I'm like, yeah, you know it. That's all you need to know. Yeah. So in this situation, that's what's being said to me. Thank you so much. And
Perfect.
Yeah, Kathy, expect more.
Yeah.
For a second. Sorry, just for a second, Michael. Kathy, there's fire around you. Has everyone got a fire pit going or something? Or are you looking to go camping? All that's around you. It's good smoke, not your house on fire. So just letting you know, good smoke coming your way. Anyway, thanks, Michael.
Interesting. I love that. I love how random that was too. That's so cool. I love it. But it's so good. It's spirit does that. I work the same way. They randomly would give you something. You're like, oh, I'm seeing a fire pit or something. Like it's just like, make what you want of it. Going back to, because we're still fascinated about this whole whistling at night thing. So Nita has said that it allows bad spirits to enter our world. So it is an Aboriginal belief. So there must be some culture there around that. And Cherie has also said, yes, it's definitely an Aboriginal culture. I'm Aboriginal, but was never told about this. This is my son's partner who is Cambodian, so it must be part of their culture too. Interesting. Yeah, it's like this. It would be
interesting to know where it comes from in the culture, as to what its purpose was, or the story behind it. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
because I mean,
more of that out.
That's what I'd love to know, because if we're going right back to the beginning, especially in the Aboriginal culture, there wasn't really homes as such. It was more like caves and whatever shelter that they kind of made. So I suppose they were more vulnerable in that sense. So maybe whistling attracts, it sort of makes you, because you are kind of open and vulnerable. So by the whistle, I'm just sort of making this up here, but it's kind of like, I'm just thinking, we've got, no sort of protection, and you make yourself known, then you make yourself more vulnerable. So it kind of allows, animals to kill you, or like people, or so I'm wondering if it's sort of tied in that somehow. Like I don't know why I'm so fascinated by it. I've kind of just made it a part of the show, but whatever, when you're hosting, you can kind of do whatever. It makes it entertaining. That's for sure. Thank you for those that are. And if you want more entertainment, you can join me at 8 o'clock on a Thursday night as well. Or you can go to psychictvinternational.com. The same three psychics are available. Amazing Grace on pin 9888, Eleanor Baker on 9810, and Sandy Stargazer on 9141 for a guaranteed reading on the phone lines. But the fun is here for the next half an hour. And thank you everyone that is jumping on this Saturday night, wherever you are watching from. I'm going to give you, we're going to work down the list, but I'm kind of cheating a little bit here. And actually, no, I'll go back to the top here. Reagan, will I end up moving away from Aiden?
Reagan, eventually, I'm going to say eventually, yes, but not now. You've actually got a soul contract in place, and I feel that there's something to do with necessary learning coming in both ways with this. And compromise keeps on coming up as a theme, i.e. don't either over-compromise or under-compromise, right? There seems to be a lot of... it's so funny because that next message flash on the screen, and the word that came out was anxiety from that, and it was actually anxiety. I was also going to say,
I was trying to get rid of it, and it kept, so I was trying to get rid of it, and the other one kept coming up.
No, everything is for a reason, Reagan. There, so that there could be some increased anxieties around this, and also like how to deal with certain situations. But it is about facing things head on with Aiden, and feeling like even though things aren't going to be, feels a little bit choppy, changey, like not so smooth along the way, that there's a purpose that sits behind it. Two souls are really strong in connection and have like work to do together. So, and I actually feel like something happened around 2023. So I don't know how long it's actually been in your existence for, but it was a turning point for you. And it felt like the energies then had to be understood, or more learning coming forward. And I think that Aiden's like vibration coming in. So I feel like he is part of something that you are trying to get evolved within yourself. Yeah. So powerful connections like this might not always be known, easy, whatever it is, but you'll feel that you can't kind of detach from it until like you try, the full stuff that will come in. Like maybe you go, this is not healthy, I want to step away, but it comes back, and that's because it's okay. So just honor that as best you can, but also within your integrity, meaning don't allow, bad behaviors or anything along those lines. But I actually feel be really bold here and be vulnerable. Now the time to actually be vulnerable, be truthful in your heart space, because there's a lot more love here than think is being acknowledged with us. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for asking, Regan, and I wish you well with it.
Definitely. Yes, I got lost just listening to that. I was like, I could just sit there and listen to, you all night. Karina has said, loving your energy, Jacqui. Great vibes tonight. So thank you for that. Despite the tech issues, it is working really well. And Cherie's, yes, I'm fascinated too about this whistling, but yeah, it makes sense about why they might whistle. Okay, so it's taken. So I must have a delay on my end when I go to push. It takes a while to show up. That's why before the message was coming on and off, because I was like pressing, and nothing was happening. But that's okay. We just go with it. I'm going to give you. Rebecca has asked. Would love a reading for the next few months.
Oh, beautiful, Rebecca. Okay, so I feel there's going to be like 3 things happening, like a little bit more sense of soul tribe is coming in for you. There's something that happens around a work situation that gets recognized, but you're also going to be a bit mindful of a female that's connected to work with darker brown hair, more straighter brown hair. Be mindful of what how she responds to you, and always come from the higher ground, okay? And also the first thing that they're saying is that you are looking to do something. I don't know if it's a project or travel, but there's something here that you've been wanting or planning, and it will come forward. The time to action on that is going to be in October this year, and that I feel like to put the plans into play then, right? Also, if you drive a dark blue car, but I can see this dark blue sort of beefier vehicle around you, and I went to chase it down, and I got stopped. So there's something about a larger version of that, and I feel that there's a significance around the car, and I also want to go to that car's left wheel bearing front left, side, that it may need some assistance. Anyway, a bit random, but I feel like this is feeling there's a lot of healing that will take place for you, and that you're finding more of the people you're going to be wanting to connect with. That I said that soul tribe sort of feeling, and I feel that will be helpful for you for this year. Put your feet down like ground, and also around that knowledge space. That could be where that project idea is coming in. Learning, if it's to do with study, make sure that you complete. So the projects have to be completed, but the knowledge has to be acquired. Okay, so sounds a little cryptic, but I'm going to leave you with what Spirit is telling you. Okay, so lucky everything, Rebecca. Sounds like some interesting stuff going forward.
Perfect. I love that. I love that. Veronica has said, well, that if it wants to show up any minute now. Nope. I am pressing it. Oh, I have no idea why. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Beautiful Jacqui. I resonate with everything that came through regarding the flowers, and it's his sister's birthday next month. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Ron.
And Kathy has said, thank you, Jacqui, for your reading. Both mum and dad have passed and both had heart conditions. I was with my mum before she passed and she could see a bird in the hospital room with her. Then after she passed, I found a honey eater in my house.
Well, Kathy, your mum immediately, I just got tingles from head to toe with that. Your mum is evidently saying, here I am, love. How potent is that? That's beautiful. There is someone else I feel actually from mum. I don't know mum's dad. Did he cross with the cancer? Because there's someone still male floating around you. It's almost like he's looking for recognition. But just to say that he loves you very dearly, I feel you've got a lot of spirit presence around you. Anyway, how delicious is that? I mean, I'm sure your understanding went straight to that when you received that beautiful brown paper. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, it's so, and that's the thing too, like with any signs that we sort of get, I mean, sometimes we don't recognize them probably as signs as such, but spirit is always trying to talk to us, whether it is the cliche feathers, coins, numbers, things like that, colors even, it's funny when we do pay attention how much we either listen or don't listen, Yeah,
and the significance, how it can play out. Like sometimes when you don't listen, you go, I should have listened, but it's a learning language, with spirit connections. And like it's repetitive, which is thank God they have just abundant patience and love for us. So yeah, I find it really heartwarming. And when you get those massive sort of breakthroughs, you just go, oh, I'm not alone. That's it. And it's love is eternal, Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely, 100%. I'm going to give you Carrie, who's asked. There it is. Would love to know if I should travel for work next week or take a few days off work.
Well, take the work days off. Oh my God, Carrie, take the days off. Take the days off. Take the days. Do I just leave it there? I leave it there. Yeah. The reason I say this, Carrie, is because like you're push for work, and work has got its own energetic flow for you. I feel like you don't, it's like, I would say this is an area you feel at times stress is bruised in, and there's nothing wrong with that because that will accelerate you in your own creations with work. But I also feel that your left side adrenal system for me, and it's actually also echoing within your thyroid. So you're going to have to be a little bit cautious on the way of using too much energy up. You're a go girl, and it does serve you on many levels. But right now, take the time out. Yeah, please. Particularly like from now to next January, you have very little reprieve for your own rest time. And I feel it's very important to take whatever moments you like. Sometimes you know that, so don't question, go with it. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
We need rest, we need to recharge, Yeah, very important, again, that we listen to what our soul is saying, not just what our humans have to do. Again,
it is, and it's so important. A lot of people sometimes see that as being selfish, but it's like it's not. It's like sometimes we need to say no. Sometimes we need to take time off. Like, it's and it's the whole, cliche example, if you can't help those, if you can't help yourself kind of thing, or if you've got, nothing to give. It's the same like with planes. They always say, put your life jacket on first before you help your child. It's
just mask and stuff. Absolutely. Yeah. And also I feel like under these circumstances, if you take those like few days off, you also get enlivened again. Like I feel like you can have fun again, where you don't give yourself that permission if you just keep on go, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like you can reignite somehow. And I particularly feel that, like there's a little laughter. I actually feel, I'm sorry, I've forgotten the last person's name. I normally write it down next to me, but I didn't this time. But the last person I just read for, you've got mischievous little imps around you in spirit. Like there are these little like fantasy-based, like fairy kind of things, but they're mischief. I actually see it as gnome energy when I get this, and they're encouraging you to have fun. So it's not just about rest for you; it's about enjoyment for you. So if you are feeling you're pushing a bit too hard and you're not enjoying work the way it is, that's also. Yeah.
Rebecca has said, thank you. Thank you. I didn't have expectations for the reading, but that was really good to hear. I was hoping you would say a baby, but so much guidance given. I really appreciate it. I think I've had blinkers on with some areas of my life, so really appreciate your guidance.
No, you're most welcome. Thank you very much for being part of tonight and asking. Yeah, you're both brave for asking. We appreciate you doing that as well, because you're making yourself vulnerable to us as well. You know, it actually says you're investing in your own life journey. Yeah, truly. So we do value that. Yeah. So,
yeah, 100%. It is, because I mean, it's so true, because you are asking a question that might be personal, but it's public for everyone to see. So, you know, it is, you know, obviously it's not every question can be asked, but it is vulnerable. You know, you are putting yourself out there, so we do thank you for that, definitely.
And you're making it synergistic and connective for all of us, because you're saying I give myself permission to do that as well. Not just through fascination alone, your life that you're asking about. Also, just around that last thing, Rebecca, I am going to say this, which I'm sneaking it in. I'm not going to say directly that you're going to have a baby per se, but I am saying that there is a little girl in spirit connecting with you. Just be patient. Okay.
Yeah, I also heard the little girl as well, so I can confirm that.
So there you go. He can confirm it.
I was seeing a little girl around the whole time, so I'm like, yeah. Yes, watch this space. Ray has asked, speaking of love and life, would be grateful for any insights into coming. Let me get my words right, Michael. Would be so grateful for any insights into coming into my move back home and the next chapter that would come from that, her move back home.
Move back home and the next chapter. Okay, thank you. So Ray, Louise. Okay. It's interesting because it's your adjustments back into that space that you might feel are a little bit harder than what you thought. It's not that it's going to make you feel like you want to go elsewhere. It's just adjustment time. You know, the next chapter is actually like you're designed to formulate systems to help other people, and for that to happen, you're going to be doing a lot of writing, a lot of inspired thoughts coming through. You've got vlogs around you as well, so you've got experience that you want to share with people, and I feel like Spirit's trying to get you to do that, like to harmonize your vibration. I also get all this music in the background. You've got a very eclectic taste in music, like very varied, and I get I want to put the music on for my mood, and I want to do this. So some part of you is already wanting to, or is doing this, and I also feel like within that next chapter that there's like once you develop a bit more on that ground, a little bit more with that, there is going to be a bit more vibing with someone that you know from the past but haven't seen for a long period of time, possibly 20 years. So like maybe childhood or whatever, you know, but there is someone that's going to be re-emerging into your sphere so you can really connect and have a lovely experience with. Okay, I will leave that there, but thank you very much, Ray Louise. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, I definitely.
I like the emerging energy.
Yeah, 100%. Carrie has said, thank you for your guidance. I've been really stressed at work and has been frantic to the breaking point on Friday. So I think that's wise instead of traveling and staying in fight-flight mode and not my best self.
Perfect, Carrie. Yeah, tend to agree.
Yeah, and as you said, it's, you know, it's yeah, you've got to listen. You've got to listen to yourself, and to what your body's telling you as well. Running towards the end here, so I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you. There's some questions. Yeah. Anyway, there's a lot of very similar, all baby questions tonight. I don't know what's going on. Everyone's like wanting babies. You know. Um, Sometimes wearing protection's good too. But yeah, everyone's wanting babies tonight. I'm loving it. Um, I'm going to give you. Sheree's got an interesting question actually. Um, can I ask if I will get answers about my grandfather's family if I do my DNA and find answers as to why I'm thinking can't find information about him. We think he was part of the stolen generation as he was a word of the state while he was a child.
Yeah, yeah. I find I'm being drawn into definitely get the DNA genetic advancements, like definitely go down that pathway, Sheree. Fullness of answers might not be available to you, but I feel like I'm connecting deeper every time I do it with some, I don't know, it's almost like self-understandings, but genetic understandings as well. And that they're like, I don't get the full disclosure, I don't get the full book, I don't get the full understanding, but I get this like building confidence of knowingness coming up in me as I'm journeying with this. There is going to be one person who like presents like a matronly Caucasian, like a nurse, old school nurse. And I don't know how this is going to picture, but I get her somehow assisting your journey or knowledge base with this. Maybe she comes across the path somehow through this research, like the linking, with some information about. It's more about the grouping rather than him specifically. So it's like someone's told her stuff or she's witnessed, because I just feel like it's coming down. So it's going to come from all different angles, which is going to be a really fascinating journey for you. But I feel what's happening for me is like as I'm drawn to do this, I just get this deep soul conviction, connection, feeling like I have to do this. I couldn't not do this, regardless of what it's me. So you do listen to that and honour that space. The fullness won't be there, but there'll be parts of it that you'll get deeper understanding. Okay. So thanks, Sheree. Really interesting question, yes, and journey towards, I feel very soul validating for me. It's not just about, the genetic ancestry stuff. It's something more in you that is wanting this connection state. So yeah, definitely very, very important for your soul.
Yeah, and it's no, I loved that, and it's so true. It's like when you learn that a little bit more and stuff like that. It's so true.
So satisfying. It's truly because it's your soul that's doing the anticipation, the desire behind it, the importance.
Yeah, Ray has said, thank you so much. That's so interesting and resonates. So much to unpack, but resonates very much with the music. I've always wanted to experiment in that space. And you're right. I have a very electric taste. Would love to play violin, but also be a singer in metal band. Maybe you could do both. Maybe you could do violin and metal.
Seriously, why can't she? I mean,
you're a singer.
Awesome. Yeah, I am. Yeah, but why not? Why not go this direction now, and really enjoy it? It's like there's a thirst to connect, with the side of you. So, yeah, don't leave it dormant. Life is getting on and getting into it, so do that. How cool would that be? I'd pay to see that.
I would pay to see that too.
Yeah.
Watch this space. I'm going to give you your last reading for the night, and that's from Gayleen asking any changes with work or finances.
Okay. Gayleen, little bit of, I just get restriction, tightness kind of feeling coming in with it. And the changes, it's almost a feeling of I can't change these components that I love without compromising something. So it's almost like a feeling like if I did what I love, would I have some money? You know what I'm saying? Or what's going to happen around that? So there's this sort of kind of fear premise that keeps on coming in as a little bit of an inhibitor for you. The work situation, I just on pause. And the two are connected, like the finances and the work just, I don't know, I'm like hamster wheeling here, but pausing, it's going round and round and round. But I'm also being told both July and September are going to bring forward new energy from a person, mature woman with brown, this is brown hair, but it's like been dyed lighter. And her energy is going to change a space for you, change things for you. The finances are something I feel that have been kind of inherited in worry, you know, like sometimes when we worry, we create more of that worry, and it again doesn't provide the fullness of what we want from finance. And I do feel restriction with you. It's just a feeling of like tightness that comes in. Well, like there's this abundance available to you, and that you should be done with what you love to do. And I just feel like you wouldn't compromise that if you went down that pathway. But we sometimes have to juggle things a little bit in ourselves for that to happen. So we have to wait for those doorways to open. Yeah. There's so much more for you, Gayleen, but I just really want to keep this succinct and say that there's going to be reprieve moments for you with both, but your fullness doesn't really come in for another 13 months. Okay, so that's when the truth of your change can really come forward. Like if you want to change things, that's when things start to really change. So you might not witness that physically for a little bit. So that's hence why you might feel like you're in holding. Yeah. A bit like, again, the plane can't land until it's actually given the instructions from spirit, from the universe to do so. You know, you can just feel that bit of frustration with it all. But hang in there, okay? It will have some reprieve. Moments until we can get the full one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's sort of practicing patience. I mean, I still teach myself that daily. I think sometimes it's so hard to, easy to say, but it can be hard to do, but easy once done, so it's kind of like, thank you so much for being on tonight and doing what you do greatly. Are you going to jump on the phone lines at all tonight?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Beautiful. So for those that have asked questions and didn't get answered tonight, Jacqui will be on the phone lines after tonight's show, so you can definitely get a one-on-one reading with her. And it's great too over the phones because you can actually go into detail and say things you maybe can't say publicly as well. So it's really good that if you got a reading tonight with Jacqui, I definitely would recommend getting on the phone line so you can go into more detail and get more clarity as well. Again, thank you so much for tonight.
Yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. And Michael, thank you. It's been an absolute beautiful journey tonight. I do want to also add anyone who might be wanting to have a bit of a soul immersive experience as well. I'm hosting a North Queensland retreat in Cairns. That's in August. And the reason I advocate that is I just have a feeling that there's a couple of people out there who are sitting in there like, how do I break through the limitations in myself? And that could be another form of doing it. And I also offer, some free time on my Facebook page, Psychics Jacqui Krystal. And you can definitely find me on the phone lines. So whatever your capacities are, I'm here. So I just want to advocate that as well.
Perfect.
Anyway, thank you very much, everyone. Yeah.
No worries. Thank you so much. And I'm sure we'll see you very soon.
Indeed. Take care of you.
That's all right. And thank you to those that have watched tonight. If we didn't get to your questions, you can try again next week. Harry will be back next Saturday at 8 o'clock for back to doing his show. Of course, you can catch me this Thursday night at 8 p.m. Through Psychic TV International with my show. My guest this week is Remo, so I have our Psychic Remo on this week on Thursday night at 8 o'clock. Again, thank you for everyone that has watched. I will see you Thursday at 8 o'clock, and Harry will see you next Saturday. Until then, have a great weekend.